Hi everyone, this is Vaibhav and welcome to this new video. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the dashboard which I have built with the help of the Code Basics course. I'll explain its features, functionality, and how it helps to analyze the important data. So this dashboard is designed to help the company called AtliQ Hardware to make smarter decision using the data-driven insights. So the project name is Business Insight 360. Before we go into the dashboard, first walk through the agenda for this today's video. So first we will discuss about the company overview and the basic business model of the company. Then we'll discuss about the problem which currently Atlic Hardware is facing, and then the goal which they want to be focused on. Then we'll discuss about the data set, data modeling, and the dashboard which we have built for the company. And finally, we'll go through the key takeaways and the focus areas which Atlic need to be take care. Let's start with the company background. So the company we are focusing on is Atlic Hardware is rapidly growing business that sells the computer and computer accessories. So AtliQ Hardware is selling specifically species storage devices, computer peripherals, and the network devices. So AtliQ Hardware has expanded globally in the recent years, opening up various business stores in the worldwide. So despite its growth, the company has faced the many challenges, especially with the new store opening, like the recent one in the Latin America. We'll discuss more on this the problem in the problem statement. Now let's check about the company and the business model, basic business model of the company. So Atli Hardware is specifically manufacturing the computer peripherals and selling to their customers. So their customers is like Chroma, Best Buy, Staples, and the Flipkarts, Amazon, like that. And then the forward they are selling their products to the consumers. So Atli are not selling the products directly to the consumers. So they're having their customers like this e-commerce and the physical shops. Then Atliq is having three different channels and two different platforms. So they are selling their products with the three different channels called retail, direct, and the distributors. So retailer they are just selling their products to the Chroma, Amazon, and Flipkarts. In the direct they have their own shops, their own stores like Atliq store, Atliq exclusive. From there the consumers are buying the products. So in some of the countries like China and the Koreas where this retail and the direct channel are not available, so there the Atlic is selling their products to the distributors called Neptune, and then further they are selling their products to the consumer with the help of these local shops. Atlic are selling their product in the two different platforms, online platform and the offline platform. Offline is the bricks and mortars, online and the e-commerce sites like Amazon, Flipkarts. Atlic is having different teams at their company. So based upon this team role, we are focusing on creating our dashboard. So each team we are focusing while creating the dashboards. So they're having executive team, finance team, sales team, marketing team, and the supply and management team. So the executive team has the oversees the entire business, and they make the big decisions that drive the company's growth and the success. Finance team plays the crucial role in the managing the money. They handle the budgeting, finance planning, and ensure the company's financial health. They also track where the company's money is coming from, and the how much need to be invested in the business. Sales team is all about the selling the products and maintaining the good relationship with their customers. And marketing team is mainly responsible for promoting the Adley hardware and its product. Their goal is to attract the customers and build a good relationship and build awareness of the brand. Then we have a supply chain team. This team's supply chain team is handle the logistics of getting products from the suppliers to the customers, and they manage everything from the inventory to the delivery. Now let's talk about the company's current problem, which Atlic Hardware is currently facing. As one of the fastest growing company in the consumer electronics sector, Atlic Hardware has been expanded rapidly, but with this growth they have encountered a major challenges. First thing is a limited scalability. The company is still heavily reliant on the Excel files for tracking and managing their data. While Excel is widely used tool, but it has its own limitation. So it can be hard to handle such large amount of data and doesn't always provide effective insights for decision making. So due to this only they are facing some losses also in the Latin America, which they have recently opened a new stores. They didn't have the data analytics they needed to make the informed decision, which resulted in many major setbacks in their business. So they just want to make the data driven decision. Recognizing this issue, the executive team at the AtliQ Hardware has acknowledged the need for the change, and they have decided to invest a comprehensive data analytics project to improve their decision making. Then they will reduce the risk and ensure the company has been using the data effectively and to drive the growth and the success. So their main goal is to develop and implement an advanced analytics solution for them, and they just also want to enable the efficient data analysis to take the informed decision. They also want to handle the high amount of data in all across the regions. They also want to quickly analyze the business performance on the daily basis. We'll discuss about the tools which we have used in while creating the dashboard. We have used the Microsoft Power BI for creating the data visualization. For data collection and retrieval, we have used the MySQL, and then for miscellaneous file import and analysis, we have used the Excel. For publishing and the sharing dashboard, we use the Power BI services. Now we'll discuss about the dataset and data modeling overview. So the data set which we have while creating the dashboard is from 2018 to 2022. 2022 we have data till December. That's why we have called as a 22 estimate data, because the fiscal year for this AtliQ hardware start from the September to August. So each company is having their own fiscal year. So AtliQ is having from September to August. So that's why for 2022 we have till December data. That means 4 months of data, and from January to August we'll forecast the data. So this is the basic data model which we have built to create the dashboard. So here, if you see, we have some fact and dimension table. This is basically called a snowflake schema. For the each dimension table, there are other dimension table which we have linked with. So this is mainly we have used one to many relationship for these tables. We have also created some key measures here and others supporting fact tables. So let's check about the detailed overview of this dashboard. So this is the basic data model which we have built while creating the dashboard. In the middle, we have all the fact tables surrounded by the all dimensions table. Here in the dimension table, if you see, we have a dimension table for the each entity for the customer, market, product, and the date. Fact table for the actual estimate and the forecast monthly. This fact table is having all the data related to the sales. Forecast monthly, we are forecasting our future data. We have other fact tables called pre-invoice deduction, manufacturing cost, freight cost, which is comes under the pre-invoice and post-invoice deduction, while giving the discounts, promotions, and the other discounts to the customers. Let's go to the table view. So this is basically we have a four dimension table. Each table is having their own significance. We have market data, we have product data, we have customer data, and the date data. Also we have two fact tables which consist of the all the sales related data for the actual data and the forecast data. Then we have other supported fact tables which we have built while creating the dashboard. So here we have used a tax while creating the key measures. This tax is mainly used to calculate the key matrices dynamically in Power BI. We have created the many KPIs in the dashboard for the each view. So here we have used these key measures. So let's go to the key variables which we have used while creating this dashboard. So first is gross price, which is total revenue generated by selling the products. Then we have pre-invest deduction, which is the combination of the promotional and the some other discounts which given to these customers. When we subtracted pre-invoice deduction from the gross margin, we'll get the net invoice sales. Also, we have a post-invoice deduction which consists of the some allowances and returns which given to the customers. When we have deducted the post invoice deduction from the net invoices, we'll get the net sales. which is called actual revenue generated by the company. Then we have a COGS, which is cost of goods sold, which consists of the manufacturing cost, freight cost, and other costs. So when we have deducted the total COGS from the net sales, we'll get the gross margin, which is also called as a gross profit. Then we have some operational expenses like some advertisement, some promotions which marketing team has done. So when we have subtracted some this operational expenses from gross margin, we'll get the net profit, which is actual profit generated by the AtliQ Hardware. Here are the few key measures which we have built while creating the dashboard. So net sales, which is actually revenue generated after all the deductions, which represent the total revenue received by the company from its sales. Then we have a sales margin, which is the profit remaining after subtracting the total COGS, which consists of the manufacturing cost, freight cost, and the other cost. Then we have a gross margin percentage, which is nothing but the gross margin divided by net sales. Then we have a net profit, the total profit which is left after deducting all the expenses, taxes, and the interest from the gross revenue. Then we have a net profit, which is nothing but the net profit divided by total net sales. Then we have net error, that is deviation between the predicted and the actual values, which shows the inconsistency in the forecasting outcomes. Then we have absolute error, which is the absolute difference between the predicted and the actual value. Forecast accuracy is the precision of a prediction compared to the observed outcome. Then we have a fiscal year, which is nothing but a full year that company uses to manage its financial um, expenses. Then AtliQ Hardware is having, as we have discussed, fiscal year from September to August. Now let's go to the dashboard which we have built for the AtliQ Hardware. So the first page is financial view, which is for the finance team. So this dashboard provides a real-time insight for the finance executive, facilitating the data-driven financial decision and strategies planning to enhance their profitability. If you see here, we shows the profit and loss statement. We shows the bottom and top performing products and customers, and also we show some KPIs like net sales, gross margin percentage, and the net profit percentage. And also we have net sales performance over the time. Next page, we have a sales view. Here this dashboard is provide a sales executive and actionable insights. So here we mainly focus on the customer performance and the product performance. Also we shows the performance metrics by gross margin percentage to net sales. So next page, we have a marketing view. The dashboard empowers the marketing executive by delivering the actionable insights for facilitating the data-driven decision making. So this is basically for enhancing the marketing strategy and optimizing the resources allocated to achieve the higher marketing strategies. So based upon the marketing, we have shown some product-wise performance, customer-wise performance, and their performance metrics along with the gross margin to net sales. We have also shows the gross margin after deduction of the total costs and decreasing in the net profit. So this page mainly focus for the marketing team to enhance their marketing strategies, to promote their products, to promote the AtliQ hardware and its products, and to attract the as many as customers. Next, we have supply chain view, which is mainly built for the supply chain team. This helps supply chain teams with actionable insights, enabling the data-driven decision making, and in turns to lead the cost savings and increase the customer satisfaction. So for them, which we have built here is forward cost accuracy, net error, and absolute error KPIs. Also, we are showing is the key matrices by the customers. Here we are showing the forecast accuracy by percentage wise as comparing to the last year to current year. Also, we are checking the net error and its availability of the product. Also, we have shown here the net sale performance over the time. Next, we have executive view for executive team. So this dashboard is empowers the top level executive with actionable insights and facilitating the data driven decision making. So this page is mainly consist of the overview of the entire business. Here we can see the net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit, and forecast accuracy. Also, we can see the top five customers by revenue and the top five customers by products. Also, we see the market share of the AtliQ hardware as compared to their competitors, and we can see the yearly trend by revenue, gross margin percentage, and net profit and percentage market share. We can see the revenue based upon the division and the channels. So by checking this executive view, the top level executive can take the broader level of decision, and they will get the entire overview in the single page only. Now let's go to the actual dashboard. So this is the actual dashboard which we have built for the AtliQ Hardware. Here we can see we have the 5 pages, which is the finance view, sales view, marketing view, supply chain view, and executive view. If you hover each of this button, you will get the broad detail about the each page. Also, we have info. Here we will get all the info related to the project. We'll get the problem statement, the project features, and the brief details about the each page. The homepage, we have a report refresh date. Here we can see the refresh date of that report. Suppose any change in the data set has happened, so in that case report will be refreshed. So all the currencies which included in this report are in millions, and the values are in USD. Sales data loaded until 2021, because for 2022 we have estimated data. So let's go to the first page of this view. So this is the first page, finance view. Here we can see we have a different page navigation buttons. Also we have given is the three different KPIs: net sales, gross margin percentage, and the net profit percentage. We also given the profit and loss statement, and the top and bottom product and customer performance by net sales. We also given the net sales performance for the time. So we have filter button. We can filter based upon our requirement. Let's say we want to say the 2022 data. We have here versus last year versus target, which shows the current year versus last year comparison. Here if you click on the last year, here we can see we have benchmark, which are nothing but the last year performance, and this is the current year which we have selected here, so which shows the current year performance versus the last year performance, and the change which shows the difference between the current year to last year, and the percentage change which shows the year on year change. Also this target which we have specifically for the 2022, for 2022 EST, we have the targeted data which is given by the AtliQ Hardware. So we can compare with the different customers and the different regions as well. If we click on 2020, here we can see 2020 profit and loss statement we got, but we don't see any BM for that, because we don't have any targeted data. So here the statement is written like BM target is not available for the selected year filters. So if you see for the 2022 estimated, we have the targeted data for that, so that we can see the benchmark data for that. Here we see the benchmark for the 2022, which is nothing but the last year 2019 data. So here we are just comparing between the current year to last year, and here the percentage of year on a year change which we got in the profit and loss. As we have discussed these key terms, key variables in the previously also, we have a gross sales. This is nothing but total revenue generated by the AtliQ Hardware by selling their products. We have some pre-invoice deduction, which is nothing but the yearly subscription given to the some customers. That is nothing but the pre-invoice deduction. When we have subtracted the pre-invoice deduction from the gross sales, we will get the net invoice sales. Then we have a post invoice deductions, which is nothing but the post discounts and post deduction which is given to the particular customers. So by deducting this post invoice deduction from the net invoices, we'll get the net sales. So again we have some COGS, cost of goods sales, which is combination of the manufacturing cost, freight cost, which is nothing but the traveling cost, and then other cost. This total is called COGS, and if you subtract total COGS from the net sales, we'll get the gross margin. So this is the particular gross margin for the particular year. Then we have gross margin percentage, which is nothing but the gross margin divided by net sales. We'll get the gross margin percentage here over the net sales. And then we have gross margin per unit. We have a total number of units for the 2022. We can divide it gross margin by that unit. We'll get a total gross margin per unit. Then we have some operational expenses, which is nothing but the promotional expenses or the advertisement expenses. If we deducted this operational expenses from the gross margin, we'll get the net profit. Net profit is simply net profit divided by net sales of this product. So this we got a net profit percentage. If you see for 2020 year, we have a net sales net profit in the minus. That means we are lagging behind the last year. Last year we had 2.22, but this year we have minus 0.85. Now let's see the net sales performance over the time. Now if you see, we have this dark pink line, which is nothing but a selected year, that is the 2020, and the a light pink line which shows the benchmark, which is nothing but 2019. So here we can say this is there is a spike breakdown in the March 20. So this we can analyze this has happened due to the COVID breakdown. Then again we can see for the other customers also. Let's say suppose we can check for the Amazon. So the for Amazon also we can see the selected year. This is the net sales happened for the 2020, and for 19 it was quite less. So this is there is an increase in the net sales for the Amazon, and then profit and loss also we can see. Last year net profit we had a 2.212 percentage, but this year we have 0.25. So there is a change in minus 88 percentage in the negative side. So net sales performance over time. Here we can see the net sales performance over the time for the selected year and then benchmark year. If you selected for 2020, if you see here any profit and loss values, like say from gross margin, we can see the gross margin performance over the time. For the top and bottom product and customer performance also we can see by gross margin. So likewise we can see for the net profit also. So if we click on the net profit, we can see the net profit performance over the time for these 2020 and 2019. Also, we can see the top and bottom product and customers by net profit. So here, if we expand the region, we can see all the countries and the its products are listed here. Same wise we can see for the segment wise also. Here we have given the clear all filter, which clear the all the filters which apply to the this particular page. And also we have back button. So this finance view is helps to finance team to enhance their business, to take the some financial decisions based upon the product and the customers, based upon their financial statement for particular year. Next we have a sales view. So in the sales view, we have mainly focused on the customer performance and the product performance. As the sales team is mainly focusing on the selling their products and increasing their sales year on year. So here we have shown the customer performance by net sales, gross margin percentage, and gross margin. For product also, we have shown their net sales, gross margin percentage, and gross margin. Here we have shown the performance metrics in the form of scatter chart for the particular customers. We have shown their gross margin percentage by the net sales in particular region. So here if you see, Novus is having the high number of net sales, but it is having very less numbers of gross margin percentage. So here AtliQ need to be focused on these customers, knows what is happening really here. Are they providing a very large number of discounts? That's why they're increasing the sales. So Saturn is having very less number of net sales, but it is having more gross margin percentage. Here also we need to check what is happening at the Saturn. Are they are not providing any discount, so that sales is not increasing. So sales team. So this is very helpful for the sales team to analyze the customer wise their performance. If you hover any of these customers, we'll see is performance of this customer for the particular year. So here we can change our year by selecting the filters. So let's select the filters. If you go for 2020, and if you see for Amazon's performance, here we can see the Amazon performance for the 2020. uh, in the 2020 we can see from the September to August, which is nothing but the fiscal year for the AtliQ. Here we have shown the net sales as well as the gross margin for the Amazon. Now, if we see for the 2019, we have AtliQ stores, which shows as high number of net sales as well as the gross margin percentage is also high. We can see for Staples, which shows the high number of gross margin percentage and the net sales also high. So, AtliQ need to focus on what exactly Staples and AtliQ store has been done so that the number of sales as well as the gross margin percentage has been increased, so that they can apply the same strategies over the other customers as well. Yeah, here we can see unit economics in the two different donut charts. First chart is showing as a net sales, total post invoice deduction and the pre invoice deductions. So as we know, the net sales is nothing but the total deduction, total post invoice and pre invoice deduction from the net invoice sales. So we will get the net sales. Here we can see the gross margin and total COGS. So we also know that gross margin is deduction of total COGS from the net sales. We will get the gross margin. So by year wise, we can see here the change in the gross margin and the change in the net sales. Next, we have a marketing view. So marketing view is mainly focusing for the marketing team, which is mainly shown as a customer and the product performance by region and the segment wise. So how much customers, so how is the customers and the products are performing in a particular region and particular segment. Here marketing team can analyze and they can make their decisions. Here we can see we have some performance metrics again based upon the division by gross margin and net sales. Here we have notebook segment, which shows as net sales is very high but gross margin is very less. So at least need to be focused on this. Marketing team need to be focused on this notebook segment, which product under this segment is performing very low, which is having very less gross margin. So they need to be focused on more on promoting that product, or giving more discount to the customers. Also we can see networking segment. So in the networking segment, we can see it's having very less net sales, but it is having very high gross margin percentage. So here also we need to focus on what promotion has not been given, or how many discounts has been given, so that its net sales is not increased. So that what action need to be taken, that marketing team can be focused on this. Here we have a unit economics, which shows the total COGS as well as the gross margin. So here we can see the gross margin, which is a deduction of the total COGS from the net sales. So by selecting the years, we can here check the gross margin for the particular year, and based upon that we can see increase in the net profit for that particular year. If you see for the 2019, here we can see gross margin is $46, $46 million, but we have operational expenses $43 million, which is giving the net profit is $2.46 million, which is in green color, which shows as a in 2019 we have in the profit. But in 2020, if you see, we have the $99 million as a gross margin, but we have $102 million as a operational expenses. That means AtliQ has spent their more money into the operational expenses in 2020, which gives net profit is in negative. Also we have a show net profit percentage button. Here by clicking this, we can see the product performance by the net profit by net sales. This kind of stuff marketing team need to be focused on, at what region and at what area they need to be focused on, and which customers or which product they need to be more focused on to gain more campaigning, more marketing strategies need to be they have to be addressed. Next view we have as a supply chain view. Here we have shown the three KPIs, nothing but the forecast accuracy, net error, and the absolute error. As we have seen previously in the K variables, net error is nothing but the deviation between the actual and the actual and the predicted value, where the absolute error is the absolute deviation between the actual value and the predicted value. So in combination of both, we have predicting the forecast accuracy, how many accurate we have predicted the our forecast sales. And one more thing I have forgot here to inform you, we in the every KPI we have the last year, if you see. So this is nothing but the our last year comparison with the current year. We have 2021 selected year. So for 2021, if you see the last year, that means in 2020, we had a 72.99 percentage of forecast accuracy has been met. But in 2021, we have increase in 9.88 percentage, which is nothing but 80.21 percentage forecast accuracy has been met. Also, the net error has been increased by 252.91 percentage. For absolute error, if you say, we have a 9780.7K, and last year we have a 5743.2K. So this year we have increase in absolute error by 70 percentage, which is again comes into the negative point. So this should not be increased in the positively. So absolute error should be, or net error should be in the very less numbers. Like it should be not deviated as much compared to the predicted and the actual values, which shows the forecast accuracy which we have, which AtliQ has been made, which is far behind from their predictions. So here, if you see for the customer wise key matrices, so for each customer we have shown the forecast accuracy percentage and the forecast accuracy percentage for the last year. So here we have selected 2021 year. So for 2021 we are checking the forecast accuracy for Amazon customer. If you see for this year, we have 74.54 percentage accuracy has been made, but for last year it was 48.43 percentage. So this year we have made more forecast accuracy. Leads net error is minus 155k. So which shows that the demand of the product at the Amazon was very high, which shows that product was went into the out of stock. For Atlas store, the forecast accuracy is made as 48.16 percentage. Last year it was 39.19 percentage. So that means the net error was increased by 100k. The product was made into the excess inventory. So likewise, we can see for the all the customers how many is made into the out of stock and how many meters excess inventory. So based upon that, supply chain management team can be take the decision over that and improve their forecast accuracy. So here we have shown the top and bottom product and customers by net sales. So by selecting the customers, here we can see the top performing products and customers by net sales. Here we have shown the net error based upon the forecast accuracy which we have made for the this year and the last. See for the 2020, we can see the forecast accuracy for this year is very near to the last year. But in the March 2020, the forecast accuracy was a drop as compared to the last year, and again it's made in June 20. So something happened in this time interval. Maybe some festival season was there, or maybe some strike was there. So because of that, some products was not sold, or some product was sold and they went into the out of stock. Now let's move on to the executive view. So executive page is basically built for the executive team. As I mentioned earlier, they oversees the entire business and they make the big decisions as they drive the company growth and the success. So here we have showcase the four KPIs, namely net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit, and forecast accuracy. Where BM is shows as benchmark for that current year. So here we have selected year as 2022. So benchmark is showing for the 2021. So as compared to the 2021, 2022, we have a decrease in the net sales by 1.86 percentage. Same, we have a net profit increase in the 2022 by 1.47 percentage. So this shows as a positive impact on the net profit, whereas the net sales has decreases. And the forecast accuracy, if you can see for the 2022, it has increased by 1.2 percentage. So this executive view is analyze yearly trends in revenue, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, forecast accuracy, and the market share percentage as well. And also identified the top five customers and products by revenue contribution. We can see the red arrows indicating here is a decreasing in the gross margin percentage. So it's provided a high level overview with the key KPI from each view, giving stakeholders to clear picture of this company performance. We have two donut charts which indicates the revenue by division and revenue by channels. So here we can see see, the PC division has made the more revenue as compared to the other. Another one, the retailer makes the more revenue as compared to the other two channels. This is another table where we shows the key insight by subzone. So we have different subzone where we shows the net sales, revenue contribution percentage, gross margin percentage, net profit, and the AtliQ market share in that particular subzone. Then we have also shown the net percentage error and the risk that is out of stock or excess inventory in that particular subzone. Here, if you can see, in India, we have the highest gross margin percentage as compared to the other subzone, which is having the revenue contribution is 25.3, which is the second largest revenue contribution subzone after the North America. It is also generating the net sales of $945.3 million, and it's having the risk as out of stock. That means there is a lot of demand in the India for the product. Here we have another chart shows the PC market share trend for AtliQ Hardware and its competitors. So we have AtliQ, BP, Dell, Innovo, and Pesa. For AtliQ Hardware, which shows 5.9% increase in the market share in 2022 as compared to 2021, where the 2018, 2019, or 2020, there are the very less market share of the AdLib, but there is a suddenly rise in the market share in 2022, which shows the positive sign for the AdLib hardware. We can show the yearly trend by revenue, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, and PC market share. So 2018, 2022, as we have data from this year only, we can see the net profit percentage has been decreased in 2022, whereas the gross margin percentage is almost similar by 38.8 percentage. So AtliQ market share from 2018 to 2022, it's slightly increased in 2022, as we have shown in this chart only. So let's see for other years. So if we click on filter button, let's suppose check for 2019. Here we can see in 2019 we have net sales is increased by 282.57 percentage, where gross margin also we can see in green, which is increased by 10%, net profit also in green, which increased by 150 percentage, and forecast accuracy also increased. In revenue by division donut chart, we can see P&A is now having the highest revenue generated division. Also the retailer still there. Here is the higher revenue generated channel. So this executive view is very helpful for the executive team to analyze the yearly trend. Also they can see the different KPIs, and they can broadly make their decision about their business. Here we have shown the abbreviation for each pages. If you go navigate to each page, we can see the abbreviation for each page. So we have different filters here. If you can see, we have a filter for region and market. We can select a particular region which we want to be filter out, and the market for that region. So we have another filter, segment, category, and for products. So as per our requirement, we can select the particular segments, and all the categories and product under that segment will be get selected, and based upon that we will get the product performance, customer performance, and its performance metrics over the gross margin and the net sales. Also we have another filter called customer. So here we have see all the customers. So based upon the customer which we need to see the performance, we can see the performance by selecting each of the customers. So let's see for expert customers. Here we can see the net sales for that particular customer, gross margin percentage, and the gross margin. Here we have clear all button. So once we click, all the filters will be get clear except this year filter. So we have another filter is quarter. So each year is having 4 quarters. So based upon that, we can select the any of the quarter, and we can see performance by quarter wise. Let's see the Amazon performance for the second quarter. In 2020, the net sales and gross margin percentage for the Amazon has been dropped out. So here we have another filter, YTD and YTG, which shows that year to go and year to date. Year to date means we have a fiscal year from September to August for the Atliq. So year to date, which indicates from starting of the fiscal year to the current date, and year to go, it indicates the from current date to the end of the fiscal year. So as per this filter, we can filter our report. So in this supply chain view page, we can see the year to date and year to go function very well. So if we click on year to date function, here we can see we get the data from September to December. And then again, if you go for the Y2G, which shows the data from the January to August. Now let's discuss about some key takeaways and focus areas which actually need to be focused on. Here are the some valuable insights which we have got from the dashboard. So we have a top markets like India and Canada. India leads in the net sales of $1.27 billion, and revenue contribution is 25.59%, but they're having a less gross margin percentage. Also, we have a Canada which leads in the gross margin of 44.53%. We have two top customers, which is Amazon and Relief. So Amazon leads in the net sales of $460.37 million, and revenue contribution is also 9.27%. But Relief is only operating in Canada and Spain, which leads in a gross margin of 45.4%. We have two top products, AQ Lion X1 and AQ Home all-in-one Gen 2, which is the battery category, which leads in the net sales of $218.5 million and revenue contribution of 4.4%. Also, AQ Lion X1 has best gross margin of 38.4%. Also, this dashboard shows us the forecast accuracy for the AtliQ Hardware is improving yearly, which is showcasing the better inventory and the sales prediction. So AtliQ Hardware is offering the significant discount to their customers. So this discount combined with the high operational expenses, and which is leading to their losses, suggesting that reducing the discounts or optimizing their operational cost might help to improve their profitability. Next, we have the Amazon is having highest revenue generator for AtliQ Hardware in terms of the customers, and AQ Home A1 generation battery, which is the second top performing product for the AtliQ Hardware. So this indicates that AtliQ Hardware should focus on the maintaining and expanding its relationship with the Amazon, and continue the leveraging the top performing products. Next, AtliQ Hardware is performing poorly in USA. None of this product is currently profitable in the US market. So it would be important to explore the reason behind this underperformance, and identify the strategies to improve the sales and profitability in this region. Next, we have AtliQ Hardware's market share was only 1.1% 2021, but grew significantly to 5.9% in 2022. So this shows the remarkable improvement, and indicates that AtliQ Hardware is making the significant strides in increasing and its presence in the market. Okay. So we have some focus areas or the key recommendation for the AtliQ Hardware based upon our insights from the Power BI. So they should be how to control their COGS or operational expenses, which can improve their profit margin, especially in the markets like India and the Latam. They also need to be focused on high performing segments such like PC segment, which is the higher revenue contribution, which is nothing but the 54.98%. So suggesting an opportunity to growth further in this area. So they should be focused on this PC segment area. Another, they should be focused on their top performing products as well as the top performing customers like Amazon and AQ Home all-in-one Gen 2. So they can make them more growth in the profit, and they can increase their business in this area. So they should be optimize the discount strategies. They should have to be replicate the successful campaigns, like apply the same successful marketing campaign that work for the Amazon and the AQ Home A1 Gen 2 batteries to other products to boost the sales across the product line. Also, they need to investigate and monitor the loss areas. Like they need to investigate the areas of the losses in inefficiencies, specifically in USA, and continuously monitor the financial performance to address the challenges proactively. So this dashboard will specifically help AtliQ Hardware to improve their business, to make the data-driven decisions, and to fulfill their. So that's all about this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the link of live dashboard in the description below. You can also check out my GitHub and LinkedIn profile where I have shared the all details regarding this project. You can find the link in description below. So thank you for your attention and watching my video presentation. I will see you in the next video presentation. Thank you.